Wait for 8 seconds. Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. That nearly said like with Lucy, because it comes up with predict texting, which I still many times just type it, but if I remember, it's like, okay, look at the bars and it will tell me what to type. Have you ever done that? Typed yourself a message just by predict texting? Very interesting, maybe something to do. And I always know when mine message is over, because it says God bless you, God bless you, God bless you, bless you, love, and okay, it just keeps repeating itself. So maybe give that a go. Go on to notes, your app notes, and type yourself a predictive message. Predictive message. How good is that? Okay, let's choose some cards. I thought I'd come on. I thought I'd come on. Hi, original darling. So I wasn't sure if I was actually going to rest and lay down and maybe sleep. And then I noticed the time, and it was 111 on the counter then, and it was like 6 o'clock, and it was like, okay, if I rest, then it's going to be really late, and I feel the timings now. So let's do a live. Oh, like with Lucy, what's that about? So as I went to push it, I thought it said live, and it says like, and it's like, okay, like with Lucy. Very interesting. What other signs do I have to tell you? I don't know. They'll come out as they want to come out. I'm going to go and get some cards. The Thoth Tarot. I really don't want to use them. And it's like, but they caught my attention earlier, and I was trying to divert my attention away from them. But let me just choose some cards. The Thoth Tarot, the Journey of Love. Okay, you want to come as well. That's the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. Okay, I'm putting all the cards that are with it. How many are here? All of these? These two? Okay. Woo. We've got a bit of a selection going on here. And that's how you do it. That's how you choose your cards. I feel like I might have to zip my top up a bit. It's I've got a vest on underneath, but it's tucked into my jeans to keep them warm. But it kind of pulls down the top, and I'm just getting comfortable. Oh, I felt the energy. It's not so much about me being comfortable. Why is that little orb highlighting my boobie? It might make you feel a bit more comfortable. Would you like if I zipped it? Oh no, that's that's too tight. Right, what do we have here then? Whoop. I'm in my bedroom because Emily's in the office. So, and it's just easier than finding an excuse not to do a reading. I can do a reading wherever I am, whether the camera's on or not. Okay, the Tarot Grand Lux. We use those. It takes two to make a thing go right. No, there was another song that I was singing earlier. Told you the signs. The signs will come back to me. What song was you singing to me? Yeah. I want to rock right now. I'm Rob Bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock a microphone. Okay. I quite like the microphone. I quite like the camera as well. I don't find it daunting. Not like I used to. I mean, I don't even really recognise myself anymore. Interesting, somebody today asked me my age, and I said I'm 45, and he was like, no way, I thought you were 25. Plus 20 years, buddy. Jeez. He said, I don't know why you look so young. I said, maybe it's just because I'm happy, and I have this light-hearted energy that it just makes me come across as being a young spirit. What we got going on here then? Ooh, I've got my hair like tangled up in this. Entangled or tangled. Hi Cynthia, going to the hairdressers tomorrow, so have missed it. Going to the hairdressers. Oh, what, you've missed going to the hairdressers? I don't need to go to the hairdressers. I rarely go to the hairdressers. It's something that I do normally as a treat, maybe once a year. I just leave my hair alone. Yeah. I was just thinking about how many times have I actually come out of the hairdressers and thought to myself, oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. Not many times. They normally do something with it. And I don't understand that when I leave the hairdressers, why I'd have all wispy bits. Like, and if I want it straight, because they can really get it straight, can't they? It's like they don't do that for me. It still has like bounce, and I still go home and fiddle about with it. So the hairdressers. Oh, I had some gloves on. I want to put them back on. I took them off to put some hand cream on. Happy Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving every day, isn't it? It's my nephew's birthday today. What was interesting is that I saw a post on Facebook by Kyle Gray, who is the angel expert. Oh, actually, I've got his book. So that reminds me, because I do have a book outside the box. I just needed to tidy up a little bit so I can find it. Kyle Gray, I put a post on Facebook via Hay House, I imagine. And it said, good morning, if you're reading this now, then you're lucky as you're part of the 10:10, and it was 10:10 a.m. I'll say portal, but I'm not sure what. He said you're part of that, this 10:10, at 10:10. And then I started to think, and the thing is, the image was like a woman. I think she may have been in black like this, and then she had like these white angel wings. Like behind her, and I just noticed, and I thought, okay, where was I? Because I only read this not long ago, and it's like gone 6 o'clock now. So that was this morning, and I thought to myself, where was I this morning? Now, my plans were to go to the restaurant around about 9 o'clock, but I got held up at home, and which was perfect timing. And so I left here, I'd say about 10 to 10. And I bumped into the person that I'm working on the project with, because he lives just across the road. And just by chance, he had pulled up in his car. And I was like, I'm off to the restaurant now. So, but we stood and had a little chat. And then a worker from my other work, and remember I'm off at the moment, he lives nearby as well. And just by chance, he was walking past. And I was like, hey. And he's like, are you all right? You know, yeah. He said, what are you up to? I said, I'm off to the restaurant. That's what I just say. I'm off to the restaurant. And, but he didn't really know what I was talking about. Anyway, he carried on walking. Now, this guy, he's retires next year. And he likes a drink. He's quite lonely. He'll admit to being quite lonely, and says, he knows that I'm not over keen on his drinking, because when he's drunk, he will come into work. Not to work, but as a customer. And he's a completely different person. And like, I go to him, I like it when you're sober. I just, you know, he's not so loud, and he's not rude, but you can kind of tell that he's drunk. So he's got a little bit of a reputation, but I love him. I think he's lovely. And when I finished my discussion, I carried on, obviously, walking to the restaurant, and he hadn't got far. And I was like, come on, we'll walk together. So he actually chose to walk with me all the way to the restaurant, which is about a 15-minute walk, maybe. So I'm thinking now I'm around about the time of 10:10. Is what I'm thinking. Because there was something I said to him. We were talking about, I don't know, the fact that I have like 666 on my back. And he was like, yeah, well, you're the devil. And I was like, no. And his name's Frank, so I was actually being quite frank with Frank. But it just came out, I went, no, I'm not the devil, I'm an angel. He went, all right then, where's your wings? And I said, leave me alone. I said, my wings are like hidden underneath here. But it was the fact that I said to him, I'm an angel. And he kind of knows there's something. Because I'm just love, aren't I? So, and he just, but it's always people throwing little comments out there trying to, like, you know, I don't think they can understand the concept that you could be an earth angel. Anyway, lucky for me, I know who I am. But I think that would have been at the time of 10:10 that I said that to him. So it's like the more you speak out the truth, oh my goodness, I know that every time I speak my truth, and I'm not afraid to speak my truth, it's so liberating. It feels lovely. just to be truthful. Anyway, right, so, interesting day. Only intended to be out for a few hours. I think I was more like along the lines of 7 hours. We're jingle jangling, this I know. I can see this card here. Okay, it's the 8 of Cups, and it looks like a masculine's had enough. It feels like he's had enough to the point where maybe he's putting his gloves on. He's leaving. But he's kind of, I don't know what he's booted, but I feel like he's kicked something in temper on the floor. Booted something over. That could be a bit dramatic. He might not have done that, but he wanted to. There's 2 cups here that are kicked to the floor. So I feel like he's kind of, oh, it's a big fuck you. That's what it is. To a connection. Nothing to do with you, Divine Feminine. You're a divine one, aren't you? Remember how liberating it is when I get to speak my truth. And do you know why it's easy to speak my truth? Because I really am not concerned about what others think of me. I know who I am. I know my purpose and I know my intentions. And they're all pure-hearted. Everyone. Sometimes people say to me, I like the fact that you see the best in people, but it's just like, I'm not going to change that about seeing the best in people. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone, just going to go with it, anyone I've ever met. I'm stuck on your heart, I hang on every word you say, don't tear us apart. I cannot think of the next line. I don't think it's relevant. Let's have a look at what you guys have been saying. How many? Oh, hold on. Hello, we had original. Happy Thanksgiving. Going to the hairdressers, we discussed that. It's been 5 now. Haha. 5 years since you've been to the hairdressers? It's been about 5 days since I've washed my hair. I actually counted. It was like listen, I've been painting, okay, so like I think that these are authentic now because I have brushed the hair, but some of these greys, you know, were not like authentic. That streaks mark where I put my head against I had my hair tied up like for days now, and it's just quite nice just to let it down, and it keeps me warmer when it's cold. Right, let's get back to your comments. Happy full moon, I just saw that. Did I see that? Well, I thought I saw that. Happy full moon energy. It's been amazing. She's colour specialist. Oh, what, your hairdresser? It's what I prefer every now and then. Okay, no. Never had my colour done at a hairdresser's. Maybe once in my lifetime. For once in my life, I got someone who needs me. I can see something in my hair here. What is that? Oh, belly's rumbling. Yeah, we are hungry. And I will sort that out. But first, priorities. Let's... Is it like a bug or is it a bit of fluff in my hair? You've been walking around me all day. I had this beautiful... I was painting a corner of a room. Like right up in the corner by the ceiling. And there was a security camera there. So I've got to kind of paint around it. But up underneath it, right in the corner, was this monarch butterfly. And I was like, hello. I said, I'm not going to disturb you. So I just kind of painted around. And it could see as I was getting up there with the roller, but I gave it loads of... I mean, it was tucked behind the security camera. So you couldn't even see if I hadn't of, like, painted there anyway. But it allowed me to paint there because it flew down. But I had a little chat and I was like, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to make you move. Monarch butterfly. I wonder... Oh, that might be the same one that I saw in the front room there in the window. Because I disturbed it from like behind the radiator. Fuck. I'm disturbing the butterflies. Right, can we get back to your comments? I'm so sorry. Oh, it says we have a full-blown Potter user. Yay. I thought that said about the full moon. That's what I saw anyway. Original. I began to feel that way about the hairdressers too. Okay. We have a full-blown potty user. Yay. Good achievement. That's awesome, isn't it? Love that. Unconditional love. My Blue Jays. Awareness. You are wonderful. You talking to me or the Blue Jays? Well, everything's wonderful, isn't it? It's a wonderful life. Have not, my eyesight's gone a bit blurry, sorry about that. I have not been able to wish so many people, I've not been able to wish so many people a great day in long. It's very satisfying. I am now able to wish more people a fan. I was just rewording it because it's have not. It's amazing, isn't it? The feeling of, I don't know, just being you. It is very satisfying. What else did I pick up there? Hi Laurie, how you doing? Black Horse Remedy, that's Cynthia, Black Horse Remedy. Hi Lucy, Cynthia. Hi Original. Hiya Laurie. Have you seen what's on the other side? Do you know where he's going to? So the Eight of Cups is you're in the void energy, and then you go to the Nine of Cups, where you reclaim yourself, and then after that you're ready for the Ten of Cups. Your back hurts. I had that. It's excruciating. It's gone. I was going to tell you about someone's guidance, but I won't even do that. I just said to them, because their guidance was to seek, go to the, well, I think really go for tests on my back and insist that I have them done, because she found out that she had and I said to her, thank you so much for the guidance, and I said, but I will not be doing that. I said, it goes against every belief I have. I cannot go. I said, I know the cause of it, and I've dealt with the cause of it, and it's lifted. And it was pressure, burdens. It will pass. And it may not even be yours. Mine wasn't my burdens or pressures. It was someone else's that I suspected. Well, my divine masculines. And then I found out I was right. Yeah. So that was, and I think that once he had kind of told me about the situation, my back pressure, and I told him, I said, I've been feeling extreme lower back pressure, like I'm carrying a heavy burden. And he said, I'm sorry that you feel that you've been carrying a burden, that this is a burden for you to carry. Yeah, it's just like, be honest. Told him about some dreams I had as well, karmic dreams. And he told me about some dreams, naughty dreams. Anyway, seriously. But it opened him up to tell me about dreams. So, interesting. But it may not necessarily be your, like your counterparts or your divine masculines, and I'm not saying that that definitely was. It could be a collective, because I know that Jamie, Megan's partner, he's been carrying a lot of back pain the last couple of days. And I mentioned a while ago about like it being a week later for the other one. So we've got sickness coming up. I imagine it's just ascension. Burdens are being lifted. Truths are being told. It's liberating. Just keep yourself nice and free, yourself and authentic, and not be afraid to speak your truth when you feel drawn to speak your truth. Okay. You get to practice now how you execute that though. The Hermit energy. Gives you a lot to think about, to go away and digest. Right. Should we have a look into the Thoth cards? I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I don't want to pick these cards up. Some of the words don't know what they mean and I can't pronounce. For some reason, I'm insecure about that today. I think you guys are used to me. Like, I have all the intentions of having a little book and writing down words that I don't actually know and then going away and, like, learning them. Like, comprehending them. I reckon there's quite a few words every day that I could research that I don't actually really know how to pronounce. We speak a lot of words a day, don't we? Or think a lot of words, or think a lot of thoughts. Can we go to them Thoth cards? I'm being taken to the two yin yangs here. You and me and you, what are we supposed to do? Should we raise our vibration? It's a good place to start. 111 practices to increase your spiritual connection. I've got the shivers. You make me hot, you make me shiver, fire. I remember now the song. I said there was a song you were singing to me. I'm in love with the shape of you. Don't know the rest of the words. It was just, I'm in love with the shape of you. Aligned. I'm in love with the aligned you. What's going on here? The lamp of knowledge. Okay. There's an amazing quote that I came across while researching Inner Vision, and it came from the Bible. Michael 6:22. The eye is the lamp of the body. Original. I think we've read this, haven't we? When we've been like playing around with flicking through books. It sounds familiar, unless I've read it out to you guys. No, I'm sure myself and original try to decipher this. Anyway, let's just get back to it. It's vibe number 59, the lamp of knowledge. There's an amazing quote that I came across while researching Inner Vision, and it came from the Bible, Matthew 6:22. I actually went away at the time, and Lucy, you keep interrupting yourself. I have a lot to say. I can hear someone saying she's not even funny. A little bit. I actually went looking for a Bible at this point and realised I don't have a Bible. I think it's with Megan and Jamie. So I googled it, and it came up with slightly a different execution of this, what he says, quote. The eye of the lamp of the body, oh no, it says the eye is the lamp of the body. So then if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. Let's repeat this from Matthew 6:22. The eye is the lamp of the body. So then if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. Your third eye is a lamp of knowledge. It's a space within you that helps you move into and embrace your light body. Your light body is the true you. It's your soul body. And when you really acknowledge, let's repeat that, and when you really acknowledge, understand, and accept that light within you, everything that seems separate from you will be restored to you. I've learned through my study of the Indian spiritual texts. That's interesting because this is an Indian restaurant that we are working on. It's really nice to be around some of the, are they called artifacts? I've learned through my study of the Indian spiritual texts, the Tantras, Vedas, and Upanishads. If that's how you say that. How many words there, Lucy, do you need to look up? Number 2 just there. That the third eye is the most sacred of the chakras because it's a space where all the different aspects of the spiritual anatomy join together. We need to repeat this. I've learned through my study of the Indian spiritual texts, the Tantras, Vedas, and Upanishads, that the third eye is the most sacred of the chakras because it's a space where all the different aspects of the spiritual anatomy join together. It's where masculine and feminine energy join to create a sense of oneness and a connection to the soul. And that's why we are able to perceive soul energy, vibrational energy, and the divine from this space. What I'm basically saying is when we repair all the other chakras, I'm just another truth that came out that I shared with my divine masculine. It was very interesting because it was text. But I started to, well, he asked me I said that I'll be eternally grateful for my development through our connection. And the confidence and the personal development that's occurred from my connection with him. And he asked me what were the biggies of them, the big moments. And I put about being able, I'll share it with you, it doesn't bother me. I said about being able to be naked and open with my probably along the lines of my sexuality, and being able to share that with him. I put that our connection made me into a woman. And he was hearting these, which is very, I was like, okay, we're on a roll now. And there was another one. Oh, I know my worth. Okay, it helped me to understand my worth. That I am worthy. And he put, indeed you are. And then this is what I said. I said, the easiest way to say it is, I use you as my muse. It's true. He lifts me up. Just the thought of him, his energy, just these beautiful aspects. It's like if I could choose to be a man, I'd be him. Like, I've never met a man like him, which is what makes the connection so unique. I knew it when I was 19, and I know it now when I'm 45. And it is what it is. It's love. And I'm not going to deny that feeling anymore. And I know what that feeling feels like. So I don't need anybody to tell me what, most people haven't got a clue, have they? What true love or unconditional love, or just what love is. And he's admitted himself that he doesn't know what love is. That was a lot of years ago, well, quite a few years ago now. So I said, I use you as my muse. And I said, and it's helped me a lot get through the challenging times. And I said, that's okay, right? And he put, of course it is. With like a little kiss as well. And it was like, well, I've told him I use him as my muse. And so that was really nice and liberating to be able to have that, that kind of come out and be able to share that. Yeah, nice. Should we carry on with this now? What I'm basically saying, that's where it took me to anyway. What I'm, like, what's the easiest way to say it, I think that's how I put it. What I'm basically saying is when we repair all the other chakras, as we've been doing in the last 50 or so lessons, well, he's just talking about this book, let alone how many readings, like my channel has. I mean, it's over 1,000 readings over just the last 4 years. It's a lot of input going in. We've been at a quite a very high, consistent level for a long time on this channel, and I'm proper proud of me and you. But I was thinking about this, about the channel. You know, I don't do this channel for anyone else but me, because it makes me feel good. It gives me clarity. It's an area where I can just be authentically me. So I do this channel for me, for the feeling that I get by doing this. And it's just a pleasure that you're all here and sharing this part of my journey with me. Okay. So what I'm basically saying is when we repair all the other chakras, as we've been doing so in the last 50 or so lessons, we allow the energy of our soul self and the divine to move through our entire spiritual DNA. As mentioned earlier, energy flows from Muladhara, which is the root chakra. Oh, it says here, the root chakra, at the base of the spine, up through the rest of the chakras via the Sushumna. I haven't got that. I've only ever studied, actually, the base chakra. Okay. So, let's repeat this. At the base of the spine, we're talking about the root chakra, up through the rest of the chakras via the Sushumna channel, while masculine and feminine energy, known as Pingala and Ida, crisscross each other as they rise to the top of the 6 major chakras, and join at the third eye center. Well, I don't know why I said that, but I think that will make sense if I listen back to it. Energy moving up through the chakras. I just said about crisscrossing at the third eye. Okay, the vibe of the day. It's time to activate your lamp of knowledge. Today, set your intention to activate your third eye center in order to access, accept, and express the vibes that move through you with the words, "Thank you, universe, for allowing divine energy to move through my spiritual anatomy and to meet as one at my third eye center. It feels so good to know that I am at a point in my spiritual practice where I am unlocking my inner vision. I am now ready to activate and accept the clarity of my inner vision." Got goosebumps. Thank you, universe, for sending angels, guides, and any other support into my life that will help me fully embrace my inner vision. It feels so good to trust this divine and holy aspect of myself. I am ready to see clearly now, and I'm grateful that you are helping me do this. Recognize that over the days of doing this spiritual work, you have raised your vibration considerably, and from this point onwards, the more time you spend working on these exercises, the clearer your inner vision and wisdom will be. Share your vibe. I choose to see the light clearly. Oh, I got chills. They're multiplying. Too many thoughts. Thank you. What's that about? Talk to me. Talk to me. Like lovers do. How do lovers talk? Well, they talk about love. They talk about their counterpart in the most highest, respectful, loving energy that's out there. That's what lovers do. Is anyone going to talk to me? Have you got anything to say? Look, my hair looks a lot shorter there, doesn't it? Maybe I could have it cut a bit shorter. I don't know. Maybe I try and grow it as long as Maggie's. Meg's is right down. I think it's coming down to her knees now. The back of her knees. It's way past her bum. She's another one who keeps putting off the hairdressers. And I mean, is she seriously? Well, no, she doesn't seriously need to have a haircut. She can decide whether or not she wants a haircut. Thank you for the channel of love. Thank you for our friendship and being here. And for the love that you guys show me. Shall we look at these cards? Number 4. Takes me to the Emperor there. Okay, we've been on for 34 minutes. And well, we haven't pulled many cards. Well, I haven't pulled many cards. I don't want to use that book. Or maybe I should use the book, because I was going to take the easy route. After I thought I don't want to use the Thoth Tarot, I thought, let's use, this is what went through my mind, let's use the Archangel Power Tarot or the Fairies, because Dad can do the speaking for me. Or maybe that's best. We'll use, I know that the front part of the Thoth book here is comprehensible. Oh, it's cold. Oh my goodness. I need like a wee wee. I need a whittle. Feeling like I need to do chakra clearing meditation. If you feel that's what you need to do, then take that prompt in. Let's have a look at these cards. Defeat. I know what that word means. Success. I definitely know what that one means. And this top one. Oh, nice. Ace of Discs. I know what that card means. So, defeat, which is the Five of Swords. That card's been coming up quite a bit, hasn't it? The surrender of energy. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles. Success. That's the scale balancing, but you've got to do it. But the Divine, this is an offering from the Divine, the Ace of Pentacles. That's your legacy. I mean, you've already got the love. You've got the love I need to see me through. Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. But you've got the love I need to see me through. Right, so let's have a look at these. Stop squeaking, chair. Oh my goodness, the writing's small. The Five of Swords. Ooh, belly. We will go and eat. Loss, malice, spite, weakness, slander, failure, anxiety, poverty, dishonour, trouble, grieving after pain, ties, separator of friends, a busybody, cruel yet cowardly, evil speaking. Okay. Comprehensible, like I said. Shall I repeat them? Five of Swords, defeat. Well, let me show you just as evidence in case you want it. Although the writing could be quite small, but you're just going to have to trust me. Loss, malice, spite, weakness, slander, failure, anxiety, poverty, dishonour, trouble, grieving after pain, ties, separator of friends, a busybody, cruel yet cowardly, evil speaking. Success. Six of Discs it calls. It calls it in here, the Six of Discs. Success and gain in material things. Power, influence, nobility, philanthropy. How do I say this word properly? Don't worry about it too much right now. Philanthropy. Somewhat dreamy and transitory. Okay, now. Listen, always room to learn. Transitory situation. Do I carry on with these ones? I don't know if that's reversed. I don't think it has reverse meanings, loose. No, okay. Never do I call myself loose. Conceit with wealth. Ill-dignified insolence. I don't know that word. Write it down in the book. I haven't got a book. Prodigality. I don't think it's pronounced like that. Well, I don't want to be a know-it-all. That's a big responsibility, isn't it? Can we go to the Ace of Pentacles now? Do you know, it's causing me grief because that's what I expected. It's my own doing. Where's the Ace, please? The root of the powers of the earth. Material gain. So these sound very similar, don't they? Sit flip them. But I felt like the last part of that success card that's just turned into reverse is because of this. Okay. The root of the powers of earth. Material gain, power, labour, wealth, contentment, materiality. Do these words even exist? Materiality in all senses. For Crawley, this card, okay, it's giving us a bit more of an explanation here. For Crawley, oh, that's the author. For Crowley, this card was an affirmation of the identity of sun and earth, spirit and flesh. For those that affirm, okay, for those that affirm their true knowing and understanding, will be successful. Can we leave these cards alone now, please? I'm not even going to the bottom of the deck. I don't feel like they really raise my vibrations. I'm good at raising my own vibration. Let's go to the Lover's Oracle. 41 minutes. You guys just sitting there listening to me ramble on here. Oh, that's a lot of cards. Only time will tell. Why do I feel that has something to do with like number synchronizations that you might see? This says criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are and your relationship will magically transform. So, okay, only time will tell. Well, you have to give yourself time to adapt to this new way of perceiving. Only time will tell whether or not you can be consistent within this energy. Like attracts like. Okay. It's like if you're looking for true love, looking for it. I feel like I want to reword that, but it does feel like it's a lot of pressure to like, you have to be what you are seeking, authentically. And you don't have to worry about whether your counterpart's doing that. You have to be a representation of true unconditional love. So criticising one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are and your relationship will magically transform. And I want to say you are of the light and you are of the dark. Or you might be spots or you might be stripes. Doesn't mean that they can't be worn together. That's interesting. Okay. Passion. Can you feel the passion running through my veins? A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Driving me insane, running through my veins. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. And then we have playfulness. This is my favourite energy here. Playfulness, laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember, love is the greatest healer. Four, 4, 11 on the counter, guys. Is that an ear for listening? Yes, you do. Right, I don't know why I'm covering my mouth. Let's just... Yes, you do. Also, that means not judging oneself when emotions run on the harder side. Passion for self. Yes, like just... I had this. I made mention to you guys about it maybe a couple of weeks back. Or maybe not even that far back. I don't know when it was. But I felt quite... Like sometimes I say to myself, I think I'm going to have a good cry today, like I need to have a good cry. And I don't, but I feel like because I haven't cried for a long time, maybe, but I did feel like crying, and I may have cried, and it was just like, I don't want to be in this energy. And what came to my mind was, how would I comfort somebody who was in my state of being at that? And it was like, oh, come here. You know, it's just like, you are just so amazing and you're so adored, and don't take things personally, and this is all, look at me cuddling myself. And it was just like, oh, the best love I can give to myself is from myself, because I'm a good lover. Affirm it, know it, and be it. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. I do get a bit down when I'm not perfect. At joy and peace. Embracing these emotions aren't easy. Most people in past left me to figure it out, so I did with me and God. Yes, this part here about forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. But the forgiveness part here, because earlier on it come through my mind about what I've been through, and I've been through hell, and it's like, and I went through hell alone, but I wasn't alone, was I? And it wasn't, I mean, if I was to put it in comparison with how others deal with, which is no point, I'm going to deal with it the way that I deal with it, because I am that I am. So when people have a sympathy for you, it's normally, you know, when it's like, oh, poor you, and even now people will still like give their condolences, and it's even the right word, condolences. And it's not really necessary, but they're kind of basing it on how they would feel if it had happened to them. But you're not them, and they're not you. And well, in a way, I feel like we don't, I wanted to say we don't need to be martyrs, but we don't have to be depressed just because others would respond like that, or I don't know. I don't even want to focus on that kind of stuff. I don't know if that made sense anyway. Your question. Okay, well, it's just caught my eye here. Start to shuffle the cards as you formulate the question in your mind. You guys got a question? If you don't have a question, you can leave your message up to the universe, knowing the information will always be for your highest growth with love. You may like to cut the deck. If this feels right, you can take the cards from the top of the deck or fan them out and choose from anywhere in the deck. Well, basically, we can do what we want. Okay, the more you play with your cards, the more you will find the right way for you. I just like to shuffle cards, and either I stop or one will jump out. So we do that. There you go. Ah, it's like angel wings. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. I felt like the energy of just coming out of hell, but it's absolutely fine. I don't think I wanted to take anyone through that emotional trip with me. That was mine to go through. So it's only mine to be proud of, isn't it? Yes. We're going to the well-being cards. Let's do this. I do really need to go to the toilet though. It does make sense. I'm having a hard time for some reason crying. Don't know if there's a release going on. Well, I'll tell you what. Rather than me, I've got a bit common then. Rather than me cutting off, I'm just going to go downstairs, visit the ladies' room. If any of you would like to do the same, or make yourself a cup of coffee. I'm not going to be that long. I mean, seriously, I go there, whittle, out. Or wash hands, out. We better get prepared. Because I don't actually want to finish the live. So let's go and have a visit, and whoever's staying, then have a moment of silence and talk to whoever's in the chair whilst I'm gone. I swear, like, I was taken to, this is what I do. See, I can just talk. I could talk for hours. Seriously. It's my favourite, well, it's one of my favourite hobbies. Whatever I give attention to, wanted or unwanted, I am creating. So I do need to go to the toilet because I've been putting my attention onto it. It's wanting to occur. So I'll be back. I was going to talk about the fire and Sirius Black coming through the fire. I think it was Sirius that spoke to Harry. That's what I felt like the flames were doing. I shared one on the community tab last night, and I put like 2 flames, as in twin flames, because it was my daughter that said to me, Megan, she went to me, Mum, look at the fire. It happened last week because we have this bonfire, little chimney going every Sunday, roast dinner. It seems to be occurring every Sunday. And every time I tried to look in the fire, when Megan and Jamie were both saying, oh my goodness, it's like it's a holy fire, it went, so I didn't even see it. And I'm like, for some reason, I'm not meant to see that. Well, a week later, I get to see the holy fire last night, but she was like, Mum, twin flames. And that's what I went, yes, that's why I put it up. Even though I did share a little video of Jamie sawing wood in the background, and it was like talking to the moon, trying to get to you. Didn't really know what to put with the sawing. I felt like they were trying to escape. I don't know, we're sawing off their handcuffs. I'll be back. I'll be back. Do I want another drink? I could do this. Why? I could just leave you time to have a think, can't you? I mean, it's all good, isn't it? Yeah, it's all good. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I just topped it up with hot water. I drank so much coffee today. Oh. Okay. Right, let's have a look at these well-being cards. Do you want to just not creak so much, please? I think I made it worse. Okay. Right, let's have a look at these. Hi, Moon Cookie. Did you get here and no one was here? I'm back now. Happy Monday to the channel of love. Cheers, Lucy. Cheers, Moon Cookie, darling. Goodness gracious me. Oh, this is interesting. All is well. This could, like, take us off on a tangent, but all is well. Babies are beings from the non-physical, eternally coming forth for the creation of that which they decide. The babies are wanting so much for you to know that all is well. I feel this has something to do with our children. The younger you are, the more connected to spirit you are, because it's like the less influence you have on you. Obviously, we go through a lot of experiences through our lifetime, so they know that all is well, and then kind of that's when we start to, us as adults, start to fuck things up by programming children. Hi Pandora, how are you doing, darling? With our belief systems. So I remember, I don't know who said it, I think it might have been Wayne Dyer, I'm not sure it was actually, but a spiritual teacher I listened to, like an audio, spoke about, you know, when we have a baby, like we go to God, you know, I'm good, I'll take over now. Most are not even qualified to be parental guides. They just don't understand the importance of it. Anyway, I've got to get a nail file because I chipped my nail. Oh, where did my nail file go? Okay, nice. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Did I put it in here? No. Oh, that's only interesting. But, oh, it's right there where I normally keep it. I went to like I've got a box that has all the star signs on it. That's interesting because I've been drawn to do a star sign reading. So sorry, but I've got a really sharp bit of nail here. There's so much paint under my nails, it's unbelievable. It's like it's my new nail varnish. And I find it doesn't wash off either. I did like use nail varnish remover to get it off. The other day I nearly used the nail varnish remover as like a cleanser for my face, a toner. It's like on the cotton wool, and if it wasn't for the smell, I've done that before. Like sat there and just taken like all my makeup off with nail varnish remover. Once I done that. It was okay. Face felt a bit tight, but no really adverse effects from it. But I nearly done it again the other day. Which actually takes me to, like, I'm talking about using like this stuff, which original one, micellar water. And so that's all I've got left. And I was speaking to her earlier and she was actually out shopping for and asking for this. With the pink cap, she's going, I hadn't told her about. Anyway, so that's how I knew, because the bottle, nail varnish remover, which is here, in the same box, obviously wasn't. I have like the essentials in a box, so hand cream, body cream, deodorant, in a little box so that it's all there. And at hand. And yeah, just be careful not to make a mistake and use the wrong thing. I think that smells better now. They tell you shouldn't do that. Just do whatever on it. Just nails just grow back, don't they? I don't have no problem. The less I fuck around with myself. That sounds like sexually. The less I fuck around myself, the more perfect I am. Really? Vow of celibacy it is then. Right, babies are beings from the non-physical, eternally coming forth for the creation of that which they decide. I know that there is, I think, yes, it is Wayne Dyer that uses this one, is that we choose our parents and we choose our partners all before. It's all predestinedly chosen. So it's like if you hate your father, it's like, yeah, but you chose him. And he tells a story about his daughter, saying that to his daughter. And he's like, well, he said to her, you know, well, you chose me. And she said, well, I chose a bit too quickly, was her response or something. And all is well. Just all is well. As I breathe deeply, I feel myself thrive. What is going on here? It's all lined up with the hermit energy here. It's like this masculine just needs to know that all is well. It's never going to be perfect. Thriving is as natural as breathing itself. By relaxing often and breathing deeply, your natural thriving is enhanced. By relaxing often and breathing deeply. And I don't think they mean like huffing and puffing, although that is a way that obviously you get it off your chest. Your natural thriving is enhanced. My Emily was huffing and puffing. Not huffing and puffing, she was like proper delivering her emotions, her distaste. And I had to go in the room last night and just cuddle her. I said, baby, come on, give me some of this energy. I'm like, this is what... She's like, I'm okay, Mum. I think I've nearly got it all out now. And I said to her, I'm so like proud of her that she's able to express, because this girl doesn't say dickety-boo to anybody. Like if she has hurt feelings, or it's like, do you actually have an opinion? So she kind of shies away from that. So to hear her, but it was like a real rampage, and this and that, and and guess what she said, and I went, oh baby, come here. I said, I do know exactly how it feels when you find out people have said this and that and it's not the truth. And so I said to her, do you remember when I went through, and it, you know, and I said to her, so I'm not saying that any of us are perfect, and I'm so pleased that you're getting it off of your chest, but just remember the difference between, you know, negative and positive way that you're telling the story. Don't focus too long on that negativity. So it's not about stopping yourself from feeling what you feel. It's about making sure that you're very aware that by lingering, or how many people you tell the story to, well, it's the same, I suppose. If you tell a good story to lots of people all the time, then that good story is more likely to manifest in your life. If you go around telling people a bad story all the time, then you have a very good chance of that manifesting in your life. You're the one who gets to tell the story. How do you tell the story? Okay, why do I keep picking up about the babies here? Okay, so I have like a story card. I'm not going to tell you this story. It's interesting. I've got the masculine here, like looking down as if to go, I don't know, what does that mean? I think I have an idea what that means, but that could be personal. But what I feel is I would never tell you that story before I told my divine masculine that story. So it was because I'm feeling this energy of that story coming through. Babies are beings from the non-physical, eternally coming forth for the creation of that which they decide. The babies are wanting so much for you to know that all is well. Okay, can we just leave that one there? I think so, because I really do not want to... I may have told the story. Maybe I have before. I might have told it on story time. There's a strong chance. But that was like years ago. We've got release. Let's have a look at this. What's good about this card is it's from what they would call the neutral section, okay, which is the crown chakra. Something that sounds like a satsuma. I think that's the name, not the Muladhara. That's what the root chakra is. But that crown chakra, what did he call it? Susasuma? Susasatsuma? It's how my brain puts together trying to think of words. Neutral. Okay. Embrace the spirit of universal consciousness. So the overall impression is neutrality. The keywords: enlightenment, consciousness, purpose, wisdom, spirituality, unity, expansiveness. Manifested intention. In the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, we reach the place of universal consciousness. Wow. So I felt the energy of he knows what I'm talking about, or, well, it doesn't matter, you guys will know. You'll know what I'm talking about. Oh, don't get me giggling now. Jeez, I'm getting tired now, guys. I don't know if that's just a habit. I say that I am actually getting tired. No, I feel quite lively, so I think that is fibbing a little bit. She put some music on. Oh, Lucy, let's not do that. Guys, I'm just going to I don't know, do whatever I'm going to do just to bring myself back to it. He's been playing with his hair as well. Look, he's plaited his. It's like while he's been sitting there, he's realised actually plaited his hair. It's a very feminine thing to do, isn't it? Right. It's because we had that toilet break. So there's not so much of an urgency to get off. In the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, we reach the place of universal consciousness, which is outside our physical body. You may notice that these cards represent some aspects of our collective being. The idea here is that we all vibrate through our seventh chakra, and in a powerful way, it keeps us connected to our humanity. The cards of the seventh chakra are neutral in colour because spirit in essence is neutral. Here you will receive messages from spirit that are detached from human worry. These cards indicate the higher minded thinking that happens when we align with spirit. The power of holding space can also be seen in the still energy of each card. Here you will see how conscious choice can bring you spiritual magnetism. These are the cards of mastery. Release. Shadow, grey storm. I can no longer keep your secrets. The legend. Nikita cuts through the graveyard as she rushes home in the wind and rain. She is terrified when Shadow Grey Storm appears and speaks in her own voice, repeating painful things she has said to herself and others. It's all your thoughts. I was going to say. Well, it is. It's all your fault. I'll never forgive any of you. As she listens in the rain to her own words, she learns it is she who has been making herself miserable. She leaves the graveyard with a changed heart, ready to forgive herself and others. Okay. That's a pretty cool legend. Nikita cuts through the graveyard as she rushes home in the wind and rain. She is terrified when Shadow Grey Storm appears and speaks in her own voice, repeating painful things she has said to herself and others. It's all your fault. I'll never forgive any of you. As she listens in the rain to her own words, she learns it is she who has been making herself miserable. She leaves the graveyard with a changed heart, ready to forgive herself and others. The inspiration. This is about personal responsibility and release of blame. It is time to clear the debris and move on. You cannot move forward while you continue to hide. Personal inquiry. This indicates healing family of origin issues. Am I ready to face my past and let go? The key ideas: release, dwelling on past, righteous anger, changing consciousness, judgment day, seeing clearly, hidden truth, and great discovery. Keywords: healing, remission, integration. The meditation. To do this meditation, you must have no distractions. Shadow Grey Storm simply asks that you sit and listen. In the silence, you will hear yourself. If you sincerely seek freedom, Shadow Grey Storm may come to you. Wow. So to do this meditation, you must have no distractions. Shadow Grey Storm simply asks that you sit and listen. In the silence, you would hear yourself. If you sincerely seek freedom, Shadow Grey Storm may come to you. You lost your connection. I take it it's back now, Laurie. Breathwork does work. Nikita is my husky's name. Pandora. Ha. When I met my DM, he was one to tell the same story to over and over again to everyone he crosses, sees or meets, and I literally tell none. Do you know, I tell so many beautiful love stories of love, and I've been speaking today about, so I met this young boy, and I'm talking, he's young, I'd say he's probably under 20 anyway, and he thought that I was 25, and he actually likes me, and I only just met him, and he said to another guy, because I said to this other guy, I said to him, hey, I said, he reckons I'm like 25. I'm like, at 20 years. He said, yeah, he says, that's because he likes you. He says he wants to bone you. And I was like, what? He said, no, not sex. He just wants to like have sex with you and that. I said, oh, right. Okay. I said, well, that's not going to happen. I said, I believe in like true love, and that's not my true love. I said, I've already met my true love. Affirm it, reinforce it. And no, actually what I said to him was, I've told you already that I've met my true love, because I've had a discussion with him about it, because I believe he has a true love as well, by the stories he's been telling me. So, oh no, I love it. You never stop me talking about love, true love, how it feels, how amazing it is. Why you wouldn't want your children to experience such a beautiful, authentic, love-making connection. I mean, I'm just going to be an advocate for that. I've got Megan and Jamie already, a beautiful true love connection. And it's like, I may not be able to role model that physically, but I most definitely can energetically. So, yeah. So anyway, let's get back to that other story. So he says, yes, he wants to marry you. I said, he wants to marry me. I said, I'm not going to marry him. Anyway, I went out and chatted to this guy again. And I said, I'm getting off now. I said, I'll see you tomorrow. And it was, what's your number, or what's, he said, what if I come tomorrow and you're not here? He said, I will miss you. How will I speak to you? So original was on the phone. She could back me up with this. She was on the phone as this was going on. And I said to him, I said, and we're not going to be getting married. I said, do you think you're going to marry me? He said, I'm hoping so. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. I said, I don't do any of that, like Facebook. And he was like, because he was asking me for Instagram, and no, I don't do that either. And I definitely wasn't going to be telling him about the channel of love. So, I could. That doesn't really. Most people, if I tell people that I'm a YouTuber, I'm on YouTube, I've got a channel, they go, oh, do you? Rarely does anybody ask me the name of my channel. I'm definitely not, you know how I operate, guys. You find me, you so to be told that I have a YouTube channel and not show any interest, I feel that that's just disrespectful. That's not wanting to. There's people that will look at me in awe, but they won't want to know how or why or believe in what has made me this way. And it's just like, oh, it's all there for you. This is who I authentically am. But rarely does, yeah, I think nobody at work watches my channel, because no one's asked. Only a few know, and it's not of interest to them. Now me, if I found out one of yous or whatever, or someone had a YouTube channel, I'd be like, okay, I'd want to check it out. But they just don't have no interest like that. They're kind of fascinated by you, but they haven't got a clue what the driving force is. Anyway, what was I talking about? I don't know. Where have I gone from here? Storytelling. Laurie, release and letting go, cleansing, crying time. Just do it, darling. If you feel like it. I mean, I sometimes think I could do with a good. I don't think I do want a good cry. I don't feel like crying. Yeah. But if that's getting really less and less. I remember when I used to cry every day. I remember telling my divine masculine that. I said to him, I cry like every day, and he said, "You think that I'm meant to feel better by knowing that like you cry every day?" And I thought, I'm only telling you the truth. It was just a very. I went through a period of time when I would be purging obviously a lot out, cleansing a lot out, and I just thought it was maybe quite normal to cry every day during that part of the awakening, but no, I don't feel the need to cry. I don't feel the need to cry. That's a good sign, isn't it? That's a good sign when kind of I do question whether or not I should have a cry, or am I suppressing anything. No, I try to feel it, but the story's just kind of turned around, and I just look from it from a completely different perspective now. Life completely. Hey, Sherry. Pandora, you never have to retract your messages. I think that makes more of a statement that you retracted it. It's like there's no need to. It's good that we talk this stuff over, and it's all part of the... I've got another sharp nail here. Like with Laurie saying that sometimes, you know, she kind of... I don't know what her wording was. All the time. I mean, we are human. We're here to feel these emotions. I just find them all very fascinating now. So it's like, okay, what emotion am I kind of sitting in now? What am I feeling? How can I clear this? How would I guide someone else to clear this? It's just, it's about self-parenting, isn't it? Self-mentoring. You know what to do. We all know what to do within. So... Well, there's a loud bird chirping at my window, and that's so funny because obviously I don't know if you guys saw the little birdies on the telephone line. Hear the call. And I was only saying to Original earlier that I had a bird. I have another video of it. If I haven't deleted it, I think it's still there. I might share it on a short because it is only short. So I've done it for that purpose, but for some reason I didn't put it up. But this bird was chirp, 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 chirp as I was sitting in the garden. And then when I come back in, he flew to the house next door and sat like on their roof, but directly opposite like the back door. So you could hear him in the kitchen all the way through, chirp, 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 and he was echoing because there's kind of like, there's like an alleyway or a pathway between our house and the neighbour's house. So, and I come upstairs because Emily had messaged me regarding dinner, and she said to me, just come upstairs, like to talk about it rather than messaging. And so I went upstairs, and she was like, is that bird, like, is that the same bird that we can hear? And I'm like, yeah, what's he chatting about? So the birds are very chirpy. I've been saying they are chirpy. They have every reason to be chirpy. They know something we don't know. Well, I think we know what they know. It's whether or not we believe it. Okay. Let me go back to Laurie. The colour of her coat are shades of grey, black and white. 50 shades. Why did it say about 50? 50 lessons. I was just about to say my type of topic. But Lucy, seriously. Oh, it's like in a huff and puffing I was doing then. A slow release of air. That was happening with the fire. The fire was making really... I mean, I love how Megan and Jamie, they both just pick up all the signs. She's like, look at the fire. Why is it? But Jamie kept coming up with logical explanations for it. And I said, I'm not thinking logical. I'm always thinking spiritual explanations. But the fire was hissing. We're still reading the comments, Lucy. Don't throw. Okay. How far have I gone? The colour of her coat are shades of grey, black and white. Interesting. Grey. Is that how you spell the colour grey in your country, in your language? It's English. We spell it with an E. And colour with a U. No, don't do this, Lucy. The colour of her coat are shades of grey, black and white. There are areas in life that are cut and clear, and others somewhat in between. Indeed. Hey there, Sherry. I know we've already said hello. Hey, Sherry. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Lucy. Well, there's a loud bird. We'll get back to the bird now, chirping out my window. Hear the call. Pandora, I'm having to rebook and change all my tickets. Got the wrong day to the park and now got to pay extra for travel. Do you know what? We're meant to be having like a house inspection today. Wrong day. It's tomorrow. It is what it is. It's always for a reason. This is what I find. Just accept everything as it is and don't make a big deal of it. And like, you don't need to go and tell lots of people if you look at this as being inconvenient or bad news. And the more graciously that you accept it, then the more beneficial the reward's going to be. You're going to have an awesome time. Just, it's not an inconvenience. It's meant to be because it's happening that way. If it wasn't meant to happen that way, then it wouldn't be happening that way. So it's meant to be this way. And it would just be, yeah. Anyway. So when I walked the dog, this is Sherry this morning, there was an owl and a bird talking to each other. Wow. What were they saying? The wise one. The owl passing on a message. Before sunrise, after the full moon. Oh, I've got goosebumps. Right, we're going to read, what else have we got here? We've just got the journey of love. We've just got the journey of love. What a journey. But I felt like I want to flick through the book again. Okay, this will be interesting. Sherry, it was very mysterious. I loved it. Okay, vibe number 46 comes in with this live reading session, whatever you want to call it. My truth is my teacher. It's not always easy to say what you want to say, especially if you're worried you're going to be if you're going to be upset. It doesn't say that. Okay, can we take a breather? It's 137. I was drawn to look at that. Oh my goodness, I thought that said Empress, like your name, Sherry, Wandering Empress, but it says Express. It's 137. It says Express, and vibe 46. My truth is my teacher. I'm really trying to get these words out here. Okay. It's not always easy to say what you want to say, especially if you're worried you're going to upset someone or let them down. Speaking your truth, either by doing something you know you need to do, revealing information to set yourself free, or telling someone how you really feel, is a huge spiritual lesson. It's the moment you step into your power and allow your spiritual energy to expand. When you don't follow your truth, you put massive roadblocks in your path. Truth is a great teacher because it allows you to move into a place of deep spiritual integrity where you honour and love yourself enough to admit what you really need to admit. If you know you are at a point where you have something to say to another person or to your company or whatever, it's time to make some space in your life by speaking your truth. If you're worried about what's going to happen next, then you must know that the universe always has a better plan for you. And in order to take the next step, you must take the first one. No one said this path was easy, right? He didn't. That was a quote that was out when I was in network marketing. More personal development than spiritual soul development. And the quote was, no one said it would be easy, but it will be worth it. So let's get back to this one. No one said this path was easy, right? But this is the lifetime in which you choose to up your spiritual connection and raise your vibration. And to do that, you have to be honest with yourself and everyone around you. I have never lived. I mean, I don't have many people around you. I don't have many people around you. Okay. I don't have many people really around me, as in like living conditions or family. It's just like my children and their partners. So my unit's quite small. But it's so easy to be able to speak my truth. And it's so liberating and freeing and free-flowing to not have to hide any aspect of myself anymore. And that might be because everyone that knew me before has gone. There is this fresh, authentic me without anyone from the past placing their judgment on me. That they've all been removed. I consider myself a very lucky girl, if I'm going to say that. If you're worried about what's going to happen next, then you must know that the universe always has a better plan for you. And in order to take the next step, you must take the first one. No one said this path was easy, right? But this is a lifetime in which you choose to up your spiritual connection and raise your vibration. And to do that, you have to be honest with yourself and everyone around you. So, the vibe of the day. In order to speak your truth to the world of clarity, in order to speak your truth to the world with clarity, integrity and grace, it's important to have a loving conversation with yourself. With who? With yourself. Tell yourself that everything's going to be totally cool and that you have more than enough support around you to make this decision. Remind yourself to speak your truth in a loving way, and this honours the other person too by giving them the truth about a situation. Tell yourself that you are more than good enough. Tell yourself that you are divine light and that you've made all your past decisions based on the information, awareness and intelligence you had at the time. You know that's true. Tell yourself that when you open up on an honest level, you will be liberated. Now speak your truth in a loving way. Love it. Do you really like it? Oh, we're loving it, loving it, loving it. Journey of love. This is a beautiful reading, like I said. I like the feeling it gives me. I was listening to an Abraham audio the other day, and it was when Esther was actually speaking to Oprah Winfrey, and she said, how do you feel about like when you channel like Abraham? Amazing. So in touch with spirit. And seriously, this is this is an amazing space to be in, to be able to connect in this way. Okay, we're going to the journey of love, and then we're going to the Mother Mary cards. And then I'm going to go and rest and eat. And who knows what else I'll get up to. Within nothing there is everything. Did we have this card last time? I don't know. I think we've had this card quite recently. Card number 2. Why does the book feel very light and very light? I feel like I can't even feel the pages as I'm flicking through. Burning Hero, we had that one definitely last time. Okay. Within nothing there is everything. From a point of stillness, a moment, a complete universe is opening up to you, endlessly expanding. Your every thought and intention sends ripples of consciousness through the universe. What a creative being you are. You are sending consciousness into motion, bringing your creation into being, with every inner desire, with every whispered wish. The universe receives your yearning and aspirations with open arms, returning them to you as manifestation in life, as manifestation in your life. So what is really in your heart? Open your arms, a sigh, speak your heart truth aloud to the loving universe and receive it as your destiny manifesting now. This oracle brings a message to you. Something that you want is on its way to you. It may seem to be coming out of nowhere, no sign on the horizon to give you hope, yet it is coming to you anyway. It is spiritual law. Seriously, I love this one sentence, yeah. It is spiritual law that you cannot be denied the manifestation of your heart's desire. It is spiritual law that you cannot be denied the manifestation of your heart's desire. Trust and remain open to the tide of universal love rushing towards you, swelling within you now. The poem. The wind moves gently through trees, quiet water flows, life's song calls softly. Let's finish with a Mother Mary card, guys. Oh my goodness, I feel like I might yawn. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just looking at what I should read out loud. Let's put up that part. Oh, you're in contact with your DM. Are you not? Like, all the time? All the time you tell yourself that he's not there, then he's not going to be there. Mine's with me, like, for years. I see the signs. I go to a certain place, an important event, or something where I have to face something alone, and there be him or somebody that looks like him. When did I have it the other day? Oh, okay, so I was walking along a path, and then somebody who had the same accent as him shouted from behind, "Watch out, mind your back." He was coming past with a bike, but I thought, okay, that's okay, because I just recognised the voice. And then after that, I went into a shop. I came out of a shop, and as I was coming out of a shop, this masculine walked across the road, and he had these stunning, like, piercing blue eyes that just caught contact with me. And then I realised his hair was similar to my divine masculine. So, yeah. I'm not going to read the comments. That's what I just feel like. I don't think they're going to do us any favours. Well, some of them. So, yeah, I felt the urge that I wasn't going to read them when I picked up the Journey of Love, the Channel of Love cards. That maybe I'm not going to choose to focus my energy on some of those. You're responsible for your own thoughts and for your own manifestations and for what you put out there. So if I read them, you've given that to me. For two, if I speak them, I've spoken them out there. So we just got to be a bit more. Can we change the story to one that vibrationally feels better but is truthful? But I'm sure that we can all find a way to adjust the way that we're, and just let's not use negative words. So Laurie, I saw you use the word draining, and it's like, can we just find another way to vocalize that or think that, and you will retrain yourself to always think for the highest, better feeling thought. And it's not that I'm ignoring you, but you have every right to be expressing yourself the way that you want to express yourself, and I have every right to avoid that if it's not in alignment with my thoughts or my beliefs. It's not my beliefs, we have the same beliefs. I think I've made myself clear. I'm not being rude or anything, but I'd love to see you guys, like, I'll be able to tell if you wrote the same feeling but in a more positive expression. I will know, I will be able to see the growth just in like how we need to practice this. Our communication, I'm good at communicating, I know that. I have very good communication skills. I can communicate with most, but not a lot of people know how to communicate. But I've studied like for years, and I still am, aren't I? And it's I always want to develop myself. I said at the beginning, like, I was nervous about using the Thoth cards because of my pronunciations and the fact that I don't actually know I don't know what every word means. And you'd be lying if you said that you did. That's just the ego getting in the way, and kind of, it's getting noisy out there now. So let's get this wrapped up. Okay. So, I've got the card. But I don't want to ignore that. I just want that. Where would the growth be by ignoring and reading out your comments? And it's just like, and I can still see how they could be improved, so that you can manifest what you actually do truly desire. Our Lady of the Sacred Sun. So she's got the Divine Masculine here. So this took me to the energy of, okay, this could make sense now. When I said about Wayne, or whoever it was, said that, you know, we want this baby, you know, and it's been like developing and picking up our vibration even in the womb. And then this baby's born, and we're just like, thank you, God, we'll take over from now. And we'll take care of this baby, and we know how to love and nurture it. I think it's the same with us. Divine Feminines, we're not going to be given a Divine Masculine if we don't know how to take care of them, are we? But first we need to know how to take care of our own well-being and our own emotional needs. Okay. It's like when you're able to truly take care of yourself and your own responsibility for your own emotional stance, then and only then, like attracts like. Our Lady of the Sacred Sun. Let's just read this. It's card number 15. I thought that's a 13 then, but it's like the devil number. Well, it is the number of the devil in the tarot, 15. I think it's amazing. No, I'm not saying that you are negative, but the divine don't give a shit about that. It's the fact that you're still needing to unload. So just carry on unloading until there's nothing left to unload. I told you I used to cry every day. That seriously concerned my Divine Masculine. Now, I think I'd find it concerning if he cried every day. I mean, he could be crying every day. But I'm not going to allow that to affect my vibrational alignment. Where before, yeah, so it's not about saying that you're negative, but I'm not going to go and try and like prove a point or anything. There is no point to prove. It's, you know, if your comments are positive or if your comments are negative. So, yeah. That's all. Okay. Oh, I've gone to Our Lady of Creative Choice, who want card number 15. Our Lady of the Sacred Sun. My beloved Son, my Christ, My beloved Son, my Christ, lives in your hearts, for you are the sons and daughters of love. The Christ is a consciousness of love that belongs to every human soul and will awaken in those that are ready to receive it now through my grace. I ask you to realize that you carry this divine flame of love within. For you, my sons and daughters, it is time for a divine awakening of sacred masculine energy within you now. Just as I birthed the Christ child through love, so too will you birth enlightened, divine, masculine energy through the love and power of the divine feminine now. This is your time for sacred birth. So I've picked up, guys, I hope you're still not dwelling on what I said, because I saw a couple of comments coming up. And well, you're what's the word? You're explaining yourself, and there's no need to explain yourself. And I don't want to dwell on that, and I don't want to sit here, because that's just the ego getting in the way. I've said what I've said for a reason. You've said what you've said for a reason. But this is really interesting about what we're doing here with the divine masculine's energy. I think this is the only card where it speaks about birthing the divine masculine's energy. So let's pay attention, because I spoke about birthing and handing it over to the divine feminine. So, my beloved Son, my Christ, lives in your hearts, for you are the sons and daughters of love. The Christ is a consciousness of love that belongs to every human soul and will awaken in those that are ready to receive it now through my grace. I ask you to realize that you carry the divine flame of love within. For you, my sons and daughters, it is time for a divine awakening of sacred masculine energy within you now. Just as I birthed the Christ child through love, so too will you birth enlightened, divine masculine energy through the love and power of the divine feminine now. This is your time for sacred birth. The divine Christ lives in the hearts of men and women as divine love and passionate service of the divine light, irrespective of religious persuasion. The divine light is in whatever form we believe it to be, whether that be Allah or God or Krishna or Shiva or a guru or the universe or anything else for that matter. Provided that it is love that you are serving, then the Christ consciousness or unconditional divine wisdom, love and power that the Holy Mother seeks to awaken with us can live in you. Our Lady of the Sacred Sun speaks to us of a healed masculine consciousness, of the Christ awakening in men and women, and this becomes possible through the love and power of the divine feminine awakened. Such an important message, guys. Such an important message. Really, what I don't know how to explain it to you, how within you there is there still a distorted masculine, or is your masculine divine in your eyes? Because he needs to be, for him to be able to manifest. And it's you that is manifesting it. It says it here in this card. Our Lady of the Sacred Spun. Feel like I'm not just spinning you a story. Some people I don't think find this journey serious. There's a sacred purpose behind it. This is what will change the vibration of our world. And that's why I just can't be bothered to really spend time on keep going over stuff that you'll know when you get there, when you understand the importance of it. And it will come. Our Lady of the Sacred Sun speaks to us of a healed masculine consciousness of the Christ awakening in men and women, and this becomes possible through the love and power of the divine feminine awakened. The Divine Feminine holds a space for love, for acceptance of all beings, for truth and for compassion, so that a new masculinity can emerge in modern humanity. Healed masculine consciousness is what allows us to discern and make choices and to set boundaries. It allows us to say yes or no based on our own values, which are not blindly adopted from our family or society, but distilled from our own innermost feelings and heart wisdom. A healed divine masculine gives us the courage to live our own life and the strength that we need to honour our individuality in making choices that feel truthful for us. It enables us to understand that our divine gift of self is meant to be lived as authentically and honestly as possible. A healed divine masculine consciousness is freed from needing approval through popular opinion or being liked by fulfilling the expectations or conditions that others may seek to impose. A healed divine masculine consciousness is empowered to accept and honour the self, accepting one's sexuality, individuality, and particular self with all its quirks. It can do this because it understands that the divine lives in all beings and no one is required to be the same as anyone else in order to be worthy of complete, unconditional divine love. The divine consciousness of the Christ is willing to live truthfully, even when it ruffles feathers or shakes foundations. It understands that truth will be preserved, even through great transformation or upheaval of change. This consciousness is willing to live truthfully even when that means letting go of lower vibrational relationship patterns that are based in fear and judgment, control or power. We let go of these patterns in order to open up to new ways of relating, which are based in truth and acceptance, discernment and freedom of choice. When we are entering more deeply into this higher consciousness, change happens. Sometimes this can be challenging as we are learning to let go of our fears and to trust without condition. Even if we are struggling, we must learn to focus on the light within and stay present. Sometimes that struggle is actually the ego letting go and we are identifying with it. It can be very compelling and believable. Yet whilst that struggle is happening, the soul is gasping and taking in the holy breath of new life, and we are thriving spiritually, more infused with holy love and power than ever before. And don't you ever doubt that, guys. The growth that has been generated just by this channel, the contribution that we have, and we will continue to have as a collective. Our Lady of the Sacred Sun comes to us with several messages. Spiritually, you are maturing, and this may give rise to growing pains. But keep them in context and perspective. Pray to her to help so that your growing pains do not eclipse the magnificence and joy of the process that is actually happening for you at a far greater level. Psychologically and physically, you are asked to place some boundaries in your life. This may require you to say no to people, places or things that drain you, or to protect yourself thoroughly through prayer and the following healing process each and every day for a few moments before venturing into such spaces. If you've been feeling a sense of love or feeling a sense of guidance around you without quite being able to identify who it is on a spiritual level, then this oracle comes as confirmation that it is the living Christ in one form or another who is guiding you now. Open your heart to unconditional love and know that you are protected and supported spiritually in all aspects of your life. Just remember to ask for help daily. You can start this now by doing the following short healing process, or even just a prayer of affirmation if you are very short on time, and learning to integrate it into a quick and effective daily routine. You'll reap the benefits of doing so but it will take all of the strength of your inner masculine consciousness to make the decision to commit to that practice for yourself and to adhere to it daily until it becomes a natural and habitual practice. Sorry, I couldn't get the words out quick enough. Healing process and affirmation. Start with this prayer. I call upon Our Lady of the Sacred Son, upon Mother Mary and the Christ, who love me unconditionally, and I ask for your healing, support, guidance and protection now. Thank you, and so be it. You see a beautiful woman in blue robes holding a child. The child is powerful, as is the mother. Together they radiate an unbreakable force of golden light which repels anything that is not unconditional love. Visualize that you are the child now, being held by the beautiful woman in blue robes. A golden field of energy surrounds you, and you are completely safe. Feel the love and power of this, and in your own time, when ready, complete your healing with the following prayer of affirmation, said aloud, if possible, 3 times. Let's do this. The powerful love generated by Mother Mary and the Christ lives in me. It radiates from me in complete divine strength, power and protection, now and always. So be it. The powerful love generated by Mother Mary and the Christ lives in me. It radiates from me in complete divine strength, power and protection, now and always. So be it. The powerful love generated by Mother Mary and the Christ lives in me. It radiates from me in complete divine strength, power and protection, now and always. So be it. So be it. Oh. Yep. Okay, I'm going to go get something to eat. Do you know what? Actually, that's interesting because I was going to have to sort myself out some dinner for tonight because Emily's already eaten. And her boyfriend will sort himself out. And I thought to myself, how am I going to manifest myself some dinner tonight? And she's just asked me if I would like some of her boyfriend's dinner because he's ordered takeout and he's got too much. Would I like it? I call that manifesting my dinner for tonight because that sounds absolutely fantastic to me. So I've got to go and answer her, which if I'd done this by the phone, she's only downstairs. I mean, I'm going to go and communicate the proper way. Guys, I love you all dearly. I will catch up with you soon. Thank you so much for joining me on my live. And, well, until we speak again, and always take care. Much love. I've got to get rid of this message so I get to that little cross there. Oh, now she sent me a photo. She actually sent me a photo of the food. Is she trying to tease me and tempt me? I don't need that. I'm off. I'll speak to you later. Wow, we've been on for quite a long time. It says, is that seriously 113 minutes and 20 seconds? Okay. Love you all. Take care.